in aeroplanes. Okay, diesel fuel, heavy gas oil, lubricant oils, the waxes, the oil resources of the world given some of the tables, especially in Middle East, approximately 86, 86.2 billion metric tons also available in the Middle East. Latin America, 18.5, Africa, 9.8 billion metric tons, and next one is North America, 4.6 billion metric tons, China, 3.3, Asia and the Australia, excluding the China, 2.8, Europe, 2.3. These all are the mainly oils. Next one is the natural gases. All are the conventional. The natural gases. It is mainly compressed of the methane, 90%, 95% of the small amounts of the propane and ethane. Natural gas is the clean scent of the fossil fuel. It can be easily transported through the pipelines. It can be easily transported through the pipelines. It has a high caloric value of the about 50 uh, germ kg for the gem and the bombs of the without any smoke. Currently, the amount of the natural gas deposit in the world on the order of the 80,040, 80,040. It is used the fuel of the thermal power plants. It is used as the source of the hydrogen gases, fertilizers, and industry, and is the source of the carbon. One of the natural gases, the compressed natural gases, CNG. It is used for the alternative to petrol and the diesel transport of the vehicles. Delhi has the totally switched over of the CNG, and CNG has greatly reduced the vehicular pollution in the city. Kejriwal government also mainly for the CNG vehicles also mainly. Kejriwal government mainly there they can use for the CNG vehicles. Okay, mainly say CNG. What are the importance of the CNG vehicles? That the vehicles are they cannot produce or the some of the gases, mainly greenhouse gases. Okay, CNG. And next one, the synthetic natural gas, CNG. SNG is the mixture of the CO and hydrogen. The low grade of the coal is the initially transported the synthetic gas by the classification. Uh, Synthetic natural gas (SNG), it is the mixture of the carbon monoxide and hydrogen. Low-grade coal is the initially transported into the synthetic gas by the gasification for the catalytic conversion. What are the natural gases? Approximately 72% of the world gas reservoirs associated with the non-associated gas dry wheels. The remaining 17% of associated gas that dissolved under the pressure of the oil reservoirs or as the gas cap over of the oil pool. The natural gas resources of the world mainly CAS, and next one is the uh, 58% billion metric tons. The Middle East is the 45.2 uh, billion metric tons. The Asia and Australia also 9.5 billion metric tons. Africa 9.2, Latin America 7.6, North America 6.5, Europe 5.5 billion metric tons. Okay, these are the natural gases. Next one is the nuclear power. Okay, nuclear power and the nuclear energy. Nuclear power also produced around the 11% of the world energy needs. Nuclear energy can be generated by two types of the reactions. One is the nuclear fusion, and next one is the nuclear fusion, and next one nuclear uh, fission and the fusion. Okay, nuclear power is a viable source of the energy for mankind and sustainable for the fossil fuels. Nuclear energy results from the rearrangement of the components of the nuclei of atoms, and because of the force between these are the very much greater than those the between of outer electrons of the atom energy released in the nuclear reactions is very much greater than that the chemical reaction. Typically, 100 million times more energy is released in the nuclear reaction than the chemical reaction. And these reservoirs occur limited amount of which is the depleted very fast. Nuclear fuels come from the concentration of the elements present in the geological formation. The earth is formed. Primary uranium ores are the derived from the Precambrian sources, which is the found under the high temperature and pressure conditions. Granites containing the uranium uranium is up to 20 ppm, coal around the 20 ppm, and the seawater also 0.005 ppm. And next one is the uh, nuclear generation is the can require the 37,000 tons of the pitch blende. 1 ton of the uranium 235 we generate of the energy is the 3 million tons of the coal, and or 12 millions of the barrels of the oil. The estimated uranium is the cost approximately 22.5 into 10 to the power of 13 tons. There are around the 440 nuclear power plants in the world. The maximum are USA, followed by the France, Japan 54, UK 35, Russia 29, Canada 21, German 20, Ukraine 15, the Sweden, the South Korea 12, India 10. India nuclear power is only the for the peace and the medicine, agriculture, and space. Nuclear energies are the two types. Mainly are the two types of the reaction: nuclear fission, nuclear fusion. What are the nuclear fission? This is the nuclear change, which is the nuclear sudden the isotopes with the large mass numbers of the split into the lighter nuclei of uh, bombardment neutrons, and the large amount of the energy released through the chain reaction is shown in the below. Is the chain reaction nuclear fission. For example, this is for the uranium 23592. Can form to the different types of the molecules. A conventional nuclear fission reactor to the falling of the uranium-235, nuclear release heat, which is produce the high pressure steam, fan turbines, through generator electricity. Next one is the nuclear fusion. Here, two isotopes of the light element are forced together extremely high temperature until they are fused, form of the heavier nucleus, releasing of the enormous energy in the process. Nuclear fission is much more difficult to the initiate than the nuclear fusion, but once started, it the release are more energy per unit of fuel than the fusion. The fusion, the hydrogen nuclear form of the helium nucleus is the source energy from the sun and the stars. Okay, these are the nuclear energy. Next one is the hydropower. Water is also called as water energy, hydropower. Hydropower. Um, the, the water flowing in the river is collected by the constructing big dam where the water is stored in the and allotted the fall from the height. The water, especially Nagarjuna Sagar and Srisalam in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. The blades of the turbine located at the bottom of the dam move with the fast moving water which then the rotates the generator of the produced electricity. The minimum height of the waterfalls should be the 10 meters. Hydropower potential in India estimated 4 into 10 to the power 11 kilowatts per hour. Till now have the utilized the little more than 11% of the this potential. Okay. Hydropower is the largest conventional renewable resource in the energy in all the countries, the world. This is the offline from water falling from the higher level to lower level by mechanical process. This is the clean and the non-polluting source of energy and can be transmitted to long distances through the wires and the cables. A number of multi-purpose river valley projects are launched in the everywhere in the world. As the hydropower associated with the water, about the 75% of the total electricity consumption in South America is sourced from the water. Japan, USA, and next one, former USA, Russia are the leading produce the hydropower. In India, Bakranangal project for the satellites, Bokar and the Panchit and the Tilia and the Damodar Valley. These are the best example river valley projects in India. Some of the other examples of Nagarjun Sagar and Tungabhadra project, Hirakud, Maitan, Jaldaka, Theri Dam, and Bhagirathi River in Uttar Pradesh, Sardar Sarovar in Gujarat, Narmada Valley project, and under the different stage of the construction. These are the mainly the keys for the hydropower project. Hydropower. Next one is the non-conventional energy. These are the all are we discussing the conventional energy. Conventional energy, oils, natural gases, nuclear power, hydropower, coal, all are the conventional energies. Next one is the non-conventional energies. Uh, non-conventional energies are the main solar energy. What are the non-conventional energy? Non-conventional energy resources also called alternative energy resources. Okay, they are also called as alternative energy sources, as a coal, oil, natural gases, nuclear minerals, non-renewable. They are the can exhaust us one day. Moreover, they are the invariable associated with the environmental problems. For example, large scale of the uses of wood we may lead to the deforestation. Coal mining disturbs the ecosystem. Oil, natural gas, and the nuclear the processing create the severe damage of the health condition as well as other environmental systems. A management practice of the conventional sources of energy involves without the environmental construction. The less polluting environmentally clean sources of energy, which is the socially relevant, can be used the alternative conventional sources, solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, geothermal energy, and the biomass energy are the examples of the non-conventional energy sources. Okay, what are the estimate of the global non-conventional renewable resources in solar radiation, the wind wave, estimated currently recoverable joules, especially 1000, uh, 1000 1000 volts. And next one is the resources based in 90,000 volts. Wind, wave, tides, geothermal flow, biomass standing crop, geothermal heat stored, kinetic energy. Mean the first one is the solar energy. Sun is the ultimate source of the energy directly or indirectly for the all other forms of energy. The nuclear fusion reaction occurring inside of the sun release enormous quantities of the energy in the form of the light. Solar energy. The solar energy received by the near Earth space approximately 1.4 kilojoules per second per minute, known as the solar constant. Some important solar energy harvesting devices are the discussed below slides. Solar heat collectors. Solar radiant energy can be converted to thermal energy by solar collectors. This can be passive or active in nature. Passive had the collectors are the natural materials like stones, brick, or material like glass, which absorb heat during the daytime and slowly at the night. Active solar collectors pump heat the absorbing the heat water through the small collector, okay, which is normally placed to the top of the building. The sun is the ultimate solution of the all the world energy problems, which is the provide the continuous supply of the energy. The solar energy radiation, including the X-rays, gamma rays, ultraviolet. The average value of the solar radiation is 1.2 kilowatts metric out of about 0.3 kilowatts metric is the reflected, absorbed in the scattered by the clouds, and only part of the radiation from the remaining 0.9 of the utilized by the photosynthesis and evaporation. Actually, the photosynthesis process, solar energy only taken is for the 1% of the solar energy taken is for the photosynthesis process. Mainly, they can produce the own food materials. The plants they can produce the own food materials by the solar energy. Only 1% of the solar energy they can use for the photosynthesis process. India receives the abundant sunlight with about approximately 1640 to 2000 kilowatts in year 250 to 300 days of the useful of the sunlight in the year. The daily solar energy between the 5 and 7 kilowatts metric in the different parts of the country. Solar energy source may be the converted to the other form of the energy through the thermal photovoltaic conversion routes and the stored in batteries. The solar thermal routes uses the radiation in the form of the heat that in the turn may be converted to the mechanical, electrical, or chemical energy. The solar thermal device, including the solar cookers, solar water heaters, next one is the solar dryers, the solar thermal device, including the solar cookers, solar water heater, next one, sensing clean silicon system. The photovoltaic conversion systems convert the solar radiation directly to the city through silicon solar cells. Each cell having the diameter of 8 centimeters generates the electricity at the uh, rate of the 0.5 volts in the per hour. The energy, the community lighting, radio and TV sets, uh, lighting houses and stores, platforms, and the installation of the remote areas for us totally without the chemical and the noise pollution. They cannot produce the noise pollution. These are the solar cells. Also the photovoltaic cells are the PV cells. Solar cells are the made in the vapor semiconductor materials like the silicon and the gallium. And the solar radiation fall on the potential differences the producer which causes flow of the electrons and the producer electricity. The potential difference between produce the a single PV cells of the 4 centimeter size about the 0.4 to 0.5 and produces current of the 60 milliampere. The group of solar cells joined together in a different pattern from the solar panels can be the harvest amount of solar energy that the solar solar cells that the solar cells that solar because solar cooker also the solar cooker making solar interference in the solar radiation the minus energy on a glass hit the count of black insulated box with a raw food keep it. No spherical reflection convey reach the plane solar cooker. Okay, solar water heater. There the solar water. Okay, this consists of the inside box in the painted black from the side and having a glass lid of the received the store solar heat. Inside the box there's the black painted copper coil through the cold water to the floor, which gets the heated and the flows out of the storage tank. Solar furniture, here the thousands of the small plain mirrors are arranged on concave plates. All of the collected the solar heat and produce at high temperature and uh, 300 degrees, 3000 degrees, sorry, with the solar power plants. Solar power plants with the large scale of the concave reflectors causing oil, water, produce steam. The steam turbine drives the generator to the produce electricity. A solar power plant has been installed at the Urga in the India. Okay. The next one is the wind energy. These are the non-conventional energy resources. The coastal and the high Himalayan regions wind speed of the average approximately 8 to 10 kilometer per hour for 5 to 10 7 months of the India. It's long back. So wind has been the use of ships, grind grains, pump water. Wind also use the generate the electricity. The energy of the wind. Actually, the wind energy they can see in Telangana, in Vikarabad district also they can see the wind energy plants. Okay, wind energy. The diagram is the energy diagram. The high speed of winds have a lot of energy in them as kinetic energy that they motion. The wind energy is uh, harnessed by making use of the wind miles. The blades of the wind mile rotate due to the phase of the striking wind. The rotational motion of the blades drives a number of machines like water pumps, floor mills, or the electronic generation. Wind farms consisting of the uh, arrays of 50 to several thousands of wind are now produced power in a number of places around the world. These farms are ideally located in the coastal region, in the open grassland, hilly, especially open grass in the Telangana, Chevilla, Vikarabad districts. Okay, and the open grassland and hilly region where all the winds are the strong and steady. Okay. The minimum wind speed is the required for the satisfactory working wind generate the 15 kilometers per hour. The wind power potential of our country is estimated to be about 20 20,000 million volts, while at the present we are generating about the 1,020 million volts. The largest wind farm of the country is near Kanyakumari in Tamil Nadu, generating the 380 million electronic electricity. Okay, the wind energy in the world also. California is the major country of the generation of electricity through the wind. The other major countries which develop the wind power are Germany, Denmark, India, and the Netherlands. In India, average annual wind density of 3 kilowatts per metric ton per day is equivalent with the more than 10 kilowatts per day in the winter season. About the 20,000 million kilowatts of electricity can be generated from wind in the country. For example, wind energy also generation in India, Mandvi wind energy generation 3.3 volts, Kutch 1.1, Oka Gujarat 5 uh, 550 kilowatts, Dhegra Maharashtra 550 kilowatts, Tuticorin Tamil Nadu 550 kilowatts, Puri Odisha 550 kilowatts. These are the generation in India. Next one is the tidal energy or ocean energy. Like the tidal energy and ocean energy. Ocean tides are produced by gravitational force of the sun and don't contain enormous amounts of the energy. The high tide and the low tide refer to rise and the fall of the water in the oceans. The difference of the several meters is required with the height of the high and low tide of the spin the turbines. The tidal mill at Lawrence, France is one of the first major tidal power plant. The tidal Lawrence, especially France, is one of the first tidal mill around the world. In India, Gulf Cambay, Gulf Kutch, and the Sundarbans deltas also tidal power. These are the tidal energy also developed by tidal flow due to the gravitation pull of the sun and the moon along with the east to west rotation of the earth. The greater difference between the high and low tides also where energy gets costed, the energy used to generate of the electricity. The world, the major electricity plant consumed plants in 1996 Trans River, the which is vital coast. In India, especially uh, Gulf of Kutch. Next one, excellent ocean thermal energy convention. What is the potential nearby the Iceland, the Lakshadweep, and Andaman Nicobar? The total ocean thermal energy conversion potential nearly 50,000 million volts, which is about the 150% of the present total installed power generating capacity of the country. Wind, windway, windway energy. Next one is the actually the windway energy. The energy is the way consists of the kinetic energy, the moving water, and the potential energy associated with the peaks and through above the below sea and the level. Sea point is away from efficient than the direct collection of the from the wind. The estimated wave is along the coastal line 6,000 kilometers of India around, especially uh, India 972 kilometers the coastal kilometer 960 kilometers especially coastal region. Geothermal energy, next one is the geothermal energy. Hydro. geothermal energy. The energy is the emission from the hot rocks present inside of the earth is the calories geothermal energy. High temperature, high pressure steam fields exist below the earth surface places heat comes from the fission of the radioactive materials naturally present in the rocks. Geothermal energy stored in the earth crust of the earth up to depth of 3 kilometers uh, manifest in the form of the rising thermal gradients in interior of the earth as the temperature as high as 4,400 centigrade volcanic region. Hot springs and the glaciers of the natural openings through which have water and the stream come up to the surface, which can be used for the power generation. In areas which the steam is trapped underground geothermal energy can be tapped by the drilling of the wells of offering stream, which can be provided the power of the electrical generator. The power can also be used for space heating. The USA, Philippines, Italy, Mexico, Japan, New Zealand, and Ireland are the major countries of the production of the geothermal energy. About the 350 geothermal springs are located in the different parts of the India. Storing of the arrangement amount of the 40 to 10 of 8 kilocalories of it, which have the potential generating 1,60,000 megawatts electricity, is the equivalent to the energy generated from 5,730 tons of the coal from 38,023 million tons of the oil. Ladakh is good side of the power generation geothermal energy. And Tapati, Madhya Pradesh, Kambe Basin, Uttar Pradesh, and Parvati Valley, Himachal Pradesh, are the two locations of generation of the geothermal power. Next one is the biomass energy. The term biomass is for the all organic materials originating from the photosynthesis. The organic biomass energy. Biomass is the organic material produced by the plants and animals, which including the crop residue, cattle dung, manure, agriculture wastes, all are the biomass. Biomass is the obtained through the process of the photosynthesis. Biomass energy is the concern to another form of indirect use of solar energy. Biogas energy. Biogas is a mixture of gases such as the methane, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, and hydrogen sulfide, etc. It contains the 65% of the methane gas. Actually, biogas is approximately 100% of the biogas. The 65% of the biogas mainly contains methane. Biogas is the obtained from the anaerobic fermentation of wastes like animal dung or plant waste in the presence of the water. Anaerobic means the absence of the oxygen. Anaerobic respiration, anaerobic different types of anaerobic process. The absence of the oxygen, some of the microorganisms are involved in the process to form the biogas. In India, largest cattle population of the world, and is the tremendous potential of the biogas production. At present, there are more than 3,30,000 biogas plants in the country. It has been estimated approximately 1,50,000 biogas plants will save 6 lakh tons of the wood equivalent to the per year. Biomass. Biogas is an alternate source of the energy resulting from the fermentation of the organic wastes. Fermentation takes place the temperature rise and higher than 28 degrees. The biogas plants is the efficiently only under the warmer climatic conditions. Biogas digests of the decompose a decomposes of the number of organic waste, which is a mixed together 65% of the cattle meat, 55% of the poultry meat, 59% of the straw, 70% of the grass, 58% of the leaf, 50% of the kitchen waste, 63% of the algae, and 52% of the water as a Biogas consists of the about 60% of the methane and 40% of the carbon dioxide. It has an ignition temperature of the about 700 degrees. 7, the temperature of the flame 870 degrees. The environmentally clean technology and the solution of the present energy crisis, especially natural rural areas of the India. About the 22.45 million of the biogas can be produced from the animal dung every year in the country. At present, around the 3,000, sorry, 3,30,000 biogas plants are present in the country. The energy potential produced from the biogas 15% to 20% of the time. Every produced from the coal and the petroleum. Biofuels also one of the non-conventional energy. Biomass can be fermented the alcohols like ethanol and ethanol, which can be used in the fuels. Ethanol is produced from the carbohydrate substances like the sugar cane. Methanol produced from the wood. Gasol is the common fuel in the Brazil and Zimbabwe running cars and the buses. Gasol also mixture of the ethanol and the gasoline. Hydrogen as a fuel. Nowadays, most of the people are taking hydrogen as a fuel. Hydrogen burns in air, it combines with the oxygen to form water, and large amount of the energy is released due to the high rather than the highest calorific value. Hydrogen can be hydrogen, hydrogen can be an excellent fuel. Hydrogen is generated by the using the different types of the methods. The heating of the water at the 3,000 kilocalories are above, they can produce the hydrogen. By passing electricity through the water, by water, we are for the hydrogen. By photolysis of water, the breakdown of the water currents of the sunlight leaves the alternative also method. By, the ocean thermal energy is one type of the energy available with the difference in temperature of water at the surface of the ocean. At deeper level, it's called ocean thermal energy. The difference of the 20 degrees centigrades are more required between the surface water. Okay, these are the different types of the ocean thermal energy. Okay, the warm surface of the water is the boil of the low boil liquid like the high pressure of the vapors of the liquid formed by the boiling or the yield the turn of the turbine generator. All are the different types of the natural resources. Natural resources are two types classification. Resource non next one renewable resources non energy resources the growing of the next one is the renewable energy sources. Classification of the non-renewable resources. Solar energy. One is the solar cell, solar cars, solar water plant, solar power plant, wind energy, hydro power, conventional tidal energy, ocean energy, geothermal energy, biomass energy, are all of the conventional energies, non-conventional energy, biofuels, hydrogen fuels, the non-renewable resources, the conventional energies are also coal. Next one, petroleum. Petroleum also the lifeline of the economy is the 13 countries in the world and the 67% of the mind about the 5% of the reservoirs of Saudi Arabia. At the present of the world, crude oil reservoirs also is the exhausted in the 40 years. Crude petroleum also complex mixture of the alkaline hydrocarbon. The petroleum also, the liquid petroleum LPG also, liquid petroleum gas, compound butane, the petroleum. These are the natural resources. Okay, these are the natural resources. Thank you.